Okie dokie, let's start for the day. Gonna do some commenting, gonna clear up some stuff here, and start work on the project. So we recorded those over the weekend. That one, that one, that one, and that one. Oops. Okay. So we are good with all of those done. Let's find our... Okay. So today, I think I'm going to try to work on the simple interact and inspect. And let's see if we can steal the progress we have right now. Okay, so it's in the line trace 414 project. Okay. So if anyone's kicking back today, I'm just going to see if I can start working on attach to actor and getting the project where you can basically pick up an item, spin it around, and then put it back. So kind of like a simple click to interact and inspect, like a puzzle game. Got the basics down. The movement's the issue I don't have working. And I've got the code from Zach. I'm hoping I can just copy it over and get it to work. So we will see. Because right now we can grab the item, right? Apparently we cannot grab the item. Oh, I've got something really loud. Let's see. Preferences. Play. Okay, where's there we go. Enable under sounds. Okay, so why did I lose my stuff? Let's find out. Let's see. Oh, well that's slightly annoying. So why am I losing the line cast when I use the mouse for touch? Allow mouse to be used for touch. Allow mouse to be used for touch. Allow mouse to be used for touch. Okay, but when I click, oh, is it because those stupid controls? Let's see. Crap. So my line trace is not working. Good morning, James. So my line trace will not fire because we're using the touch interface. Okay, I've never worked on with that before. Yep, I lose my mouse event. Did I lose my mouse event completely? Is that what it is? Let's find out. Let's close this stuff up. Yeah, my input action should be left mouse, gamepad, right trigger, or motion controller, right trigger. Okay, let's see, tap, touch. Well, that sure as hell ain't it. Okay, let's see, mobile. Do we have mobile on here? Touch, I guess touch one, let's try that. Oh yeah, okay, so I've got, music is a bit loud. I wonder why the music's loud. Is the music loud or is my voice low? That would be a better question. Let's check the music. Let's see, desktop audio 2. Wonder if the music got pushed up on accident. It looks like it might have. Okay, let's try. See if that helps for the music. See if the ratio is better. Good morning, Stefan. Okay, so music hopefully is better. I fixed my pickup issue. Damn, so you have to use... Interesting. Whoa, why is that... Okay. Interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't know how the music got turned up, but not a big deal. Super easy to fix. Okay, well, let me see if I can steal the code from... Let's see, anyone attached? Let's see, this is attaching to sync component. Select collision response. Okay, then we're gonna get the controller. Set input. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing, but that's the whole point of this. Because I've got pickup working, so I'm gonna grab the Zach's code for when he was basically doing this, and I was looking through the code, and unfortunately, yeah, see, that's going to be an issue. When he was doing this, he is doing, he's emulating the touch in order to get swipes, and I don't really know if that's going to work for what I want, but we will find out. Interact. But I guess that's what we figure out. Okay, so let's go with Interact E. Oh, this 414 project has got issues. Let's see. Will that work? Okay, so that'll work. Okay, so that fixes the issue with my mouse dropping it. Okay, good. So we're good there. Okay, let's grab this stuff. This will be when you drop it. Okay, we should be able to pick it up, have the mouse, drop it, have the mouse back. Okay, so we've got the basics going. Yeah, this is getting into the pickupable testing. Yeah, you can easily animate because all it's doing is right here, you're doing the line trace, hitting something, setting the active location to the position of the, actually you're zeroing it out, attaching it to the component. This might be an issue. You can do it. I'm starting to think attaching is not the right way to do this, so I'm going to see if I can get movement working first and then rewind, and then I'm starting to think the same method I used for the houses would be better, just simply keeping track of the item and putting it into a physical location, because then I could easily animate it in and out without worrying about attaching. Yeah, but then every time you move, see, there's like 8 different ways, 8 different things. For James, can you try to clarify exactly what you're looking for? For example, being next to an item and picking it up, or being far away, being able to click on it. So basically, how do you actually get the item? And then once you have the item, you can look at it, I'm assuming by spinning it or whatever, basically inspecting it. And then when you're done with it, do you put it back where it was, or do you drop it, or do you choose where it goes? And then also, can you move the character while you're inspecting the item? As in, pick up an item, you can look at it, you can physically move the character, and then you can put it somewhere. And Steph and I have played Unreal Tournament, and I am not very good at it. The reason I asked James is because there's about 5 different ways I can think of doing this with different things to do. I might cover them all, but I'm thinking I want to hit a goal at least to start with. Okay, let's see if we can read this code properly. Oh, well, huh. Okay, can your character move once they have it in their hands, or it's just for inspection? Okay, we'll go with not moving then. No, that's simple enough. Now, for picking it up, do you mean I walk close to it, press E to pick up and I push E and I pick it up, or I'm close enough to it and I use the mouse and I can click on it and it will come to me. So basically, do you have the mouse look in the screen while you're playing, or is it just like this? Oh, press E to interact type stuff. Whoa, that's kind of cool. Oop, that went fine. Crap. So, huh. Oh, there we go. Input. Okay, you have to call it touch, not just input touch. That's interesting. All I'm doing right now is I'm going to copy Zach's code as best as I can see it here. And, oh, God. And, see what we can do with it. Okay, so this is the basic code he has here. He's got a new variable called mouse position, which I could have just... Okay, yeah, okay, so you press that, you get the mouse position. When you release it, we branch. This is on the tick. Let's see. Well, it depends on the type of game, Stefan. I mean, if, for example, it's a puzzle game where the character doesn't move, then you're going to use the mouse. But if your character's moving, then yeah, you'd probably use the a target. But then you look at a hybrid game like an MMO, like Warcraft, where you have the mouse cursor to interact with things. You have the E for inspect because it's designed around a mouse interface. And no, I'll go with the in-range crosshair type change. That's fine. I want to see if I can get some movement working and then just go through all the different options. I just figured I'd get a something to aim for. And yeah, Vanguard, it does look like that's what he's going for. It's a simple interact and inspect, basically. But you're physically picking it up so that way you can inspect with it. There's other ways of doing this, but... You know, we're gonna learn some stuff. See if we can make. I want to see if I can make the attached version work because I had a pain in the butt making that work before. Okay, so we're gonna tick into a gate. I didn't watch the entire video for why Zach was doing what he was doing, but it worked for him. So I'm curious about making it work. That's all. So we have an attached item, right? Where is it at? We're calling it. Oh shoot, we are not. We're not keeping a reference to it at all, which is not good. Yeah, so that's not good. Yeah. Okay. So this is going to be our promote to variable. This will be our attached actor. Okay. So technically I can disconnect this and do that. I can do this and do this. Like that. Okay. And then when we drop the item, we are going to, let's see, And actually, oh, that's funny. I don't even need this. Nope. You know what? Let's clean up some of this code right here, shall we? Learned a lot better ways of doing this on when we were doing the other one, when we were doing the housing one. And I've got chat minimized right now while I'm copying code. Just an FYI. Okay, so we don't need our detached actor anymore at all, because we are going to keep track of the actor when we attach it. Okay, so this is the extra stuff here, so set this to nothing. There we go. Okay, so that should take care of that. I shouldn't have anything using the detached actor anymore. Yep, we're good. Okay, so attached actor, he's using torque, he's using physics. Yeah, look at that. That's not gonna work, is it? Because this needs a primitive component like a cube or something on the actual attached actor. Let's see, root component. Crap. Well, that's definitely going to cause an issue there. In theory, let's find my pickable object. The cube is the root. Let's add a sing component and make it the parent. Let's make the cube as an attached primitive. It should be an attached primitive, right? Let's see. So this is going to be, let's see. So we're going to cast, pick up. Oh crap, which one is this? Pick upable object. Okay. That should have a cube. Okay, so that's a possibility of making that work. Right? Yeah, okay. And I don't know if any of this is going to work. This is what we're going to figure out here. Okay. And I'm trying to copy code basically as best as possible from the video. So I have no chat enabled right now while I do this. And it looks like I'm okay. So I'm failing miserably at copying code. Let's see, minus another vector, mouse position. Okay. This is so we only have a. It'll only move when we have something of a certain distance. Let's call this one 0.2. Pretty sure that's what he had in there. Okay, and that fires off the branch right there, and that fires off there. In the minus, we're gonna break the vector. X, Y, Z. We're gonna make a vector because he split things to make sure they spun properly. X goes into the Z, and the Y goes into the Y, and the X is 0. Multiply. X is not multiplied. Let's see. Multiply vector by a float. Let's see. Thank you. Oh, crap. I can't read that. I think it's a -20. And this is the torque that goes into our item. Okay, so we're good there. This branch is a true or false that goes into a sequence. And it only goes into a sequence because he's doing other stuff. So let's not worry about that. True goes to close. and false goes to close. They both go to close, so that really doesn't help. Because technically it goes through a sequence. It closes it and then does something else. Okay, I don't know, this is some sort of code. We'll see what happens here. Okay, let me pull chat back up now. Oh. Well, I agree with that one, but basically to get smooth movement, he's using physics is what he's doing. Yeah. It should be only, yeah, this is only gonna, okay, well, let's see what happens here, shall we? Yeah, it's definitely not working. Yeah, good morning, Sterling. See, he's using physics in order to get a more robust movement system. Yeah, see, I broke my pickup, so this really doesn't help either. And good morning, Sterling. I think I said it already. I don't remember. Huh, so I managed to break the code already, because that's freaking awesome. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, this is, oh. Go. Okay, so set it to 0. I wonder if no, yeah, see, damn it. So I managed to break the code because I'm friggin' awesome like that. Son of a bitch. I did not hit the sale. I'm trying not to spend any extra money because I don't want to. But unfortunately, there's a lot of tempting stuff in there. So all I was... Okay, so obviously I broke something here. This is the actor we hit, which we're calling attached actor. We are setting this location to 0 so we don't get the freak out. We're attaching it to our anchor, which is exactly what we want. And yeah, so why is our attach not working anymore? Huh. I'll be damned. We managed to break something. It's not good. Ooh, okay. Damn it. Oh, nice, Sterling. Rodrigo, the goal of this project is to be able to pick up an item, to manipulate it, basically to inspect it, and then be able to put it back. So it's an simple interaction and inspection, which I literally had working 2 minutes ago before I started refactoring the code and then broke it again. And I don't really know what I did. That's funnier than shit, actually. We know our line trace is working. We know we're branching out properly. We're hitting a pickupable object. We're setting our attached actor to that rather than doing the hit actor. Okay, well, so in theory, if I plugged this one and this one back in, which is what I had originally, it should pick it up. No, see, it's not picking up again. So I managed to completely break it. How the hell did I do that? Well, that's just sexy. Huh. Well, at this point, I am super duper confused. I had this code working. Oh, crap. Yeah, it's because I Oh, I know why it's doing it now. Because technically I'm attaching... No, it should be fine, right? Okay, let me figure this out. I know why it's not working now, but okay, let's do this over here. But I don't know why it's not working. Our hit actors are pick-upable item, which should be fine. And then we're going to set the location of it to... zero. Why is this one not working? You know what? I just realized something. Where'd my stupid code go? Okay. So... that's most definitely not 0. So why is the actor location not being reset on this one? I mean, I'm literally telling it to go to 0, 0, 0. Okay, let's close the project and open it back up. We're going to close down Zach's stuff. Obviously, I did something wrong here. All else fails, shut it off, turn it back on. Take a second. This was code that was literally working a little bit ago. I only did one small change, which I don't understand why it's causing an issue. Technically, all I did was tell it to... all I did was really change my pickup object to make the cube as... yeah, okay, so... that's pretty much all I did, right? No, wow, okay. Interesting. Why is it when the scene component is the root and the cube is attached to it, and then I move the... oh, that, okay. Okay, I'm gonna call this weird. Let's see if we can figure this out. Because this code, it's an actor. Here, let's... maybe the node got stuck somehow? Maybe I screwed up something? Yep, okay. Huh. Huh. Okay, let's, hopefully other people are as confused as I am. I'm hitting the object, and this is not... okay, let's check in the scene then, because this is starting to not make any sense. Well, this code should take an actor and set the actor in the specified location, which I've set to 0, 0, 100. The cube is a child of that, so it should, you know, you have the stupid cube in the scene right here. I'm moving the scene, and the entire thing moves like it's supposed to, because it's a child. It should stay 0. So if I move its location, it should move the child perfectly fine. When I play this and we hit it, we're moving to what I told it to, but the cube is maintaining its location. Hell. That is the weirdest thing. see that. Why is the cube offset? Ah. Yeah, it's got to do with physics. No, if I remove the scene component, it gets the cube fine. No, it's got. I know what it is. It's the stupid physics. It's got to be physics. It's got to be. Yeah, there we go. It's the physics. Because I'm applying the physics is not on the. Yeah, no, I did not. Well, the problem is the physics is on the cube. So the cube itself is moving by itself independent of the scene. So even if I move the scene, my cube isn't moving with it. It's because physics was enabled on it. That's just weird. I don't play enough with physics to comprehend that, but it doesn't really matter for what we're doing here. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can just, yeah, whoa, yeah. Okay, so we were going to put this back to 0. There we go. So we have the, whoa, crap. Forgot to disable physics. Okay, there we go. So we have our item. Okay, so we're good. Now, if I made the, yeah, see, if the cube was the root and then we apply the movement to the root, then the physics is going to work perfectly fine. So no issues there. If the scene is the root and the cube has physics enabled, then even though we move the root, physics is only affecting the child. It's physics. We're not going to use physics. You've already mentioned we don't need it. It's something I've never dealt with before. I mean, here's our item, and we just need some sort of interaction with it is what we need. So let's see if we can figure that one out, shall we? Yeah, let's just see if we can figure this one out. And this was, we don't need mouse for touch enabled anymore. And then clicked. And that's just weird. Okay, yeah, we're not being able to click on it. Oh, that's lovely. Because we are in input mode. That's right. This is the same issue I ran into before and spent like an hour on. I bet that was what it was. No, I didn't want that. Let's just do this. Let's see if we can get this working. Nope. Okay, so is there, okay, we need, let's see, and this should not be as simple as, I mean, this should not be as hard as this ends up being every single time I'm doing this. Okay, now we have our click events working again, so we're good there. This is kind of what I'm worried about here, though. I don't think this is gonna do what I want. Guess we're gonna find out, won't we? No, okay, good. Okay, so we're still good. I kind of lost my E key yet again. Seriously. Let's not worry about that. Okay, so yeah, your issue is going to be, I mean, okay, so Zach made this really simple because he was using the mouse and you could simulate swiping with the mouse, super simple. So like you could start here, swipe down, it would rotate down. But your issue is when you're using the key, the mouse, you're kind of technically not doing that. You have to like track where it mouse downs, track where it's going, which is kind of a little bit difficult to do, and track the release. The other option is you implement this as kind of like a UMG, and you implement like rotate this way, rotate this way, rotate this way, rotate. Like for example, simple rotate buttons on the left and right, and just have it rotate. So the question is, if there's a way of determining, let's see, so let's say in the object, controller. I'm gonna have to cast this, aren't I? No, okay. It's on the player. Yeah, okay. Let's see. Yeah, see, so it's not zero based, which is what I was hoping. Hello, JP3D. Let's see. Yeah, see, shit. Viewport size? What's the code to get our current game size, basically? Is it this one? I think it's this one. Let's find out, shall we? $12.80, and I should get $7.20 on this one. Okay, good. Okay, so we can use the get viewport size. We can do a little bit of math. So let's make some really simple variables in here. Half screen width. I have literally no idea if this is even going to work right, but this is how we figure stuff out. Okay, so this is probably something we want to cache, but for now, we're just going to make it happen on the click. That's fine and ugly, I don't care. Okay, so we want to get the mouse position relative to that. So if it's less than, that's a byte, not a float. That's less than and greater than, there we go. So if our mouse position X is less than the half screen width, we are on the left-hand side. Okay. Nope, actually I want to see this. Okay. Let's try that. Pick it up. Okay, so now we can know the left and the right, which means we can know the top and the bottom. So, let's, or would it be easier just to add? You know what? You know what? We don't even need to do this. Let's take the half screen width and subtract. That's the bind. Okay, where's my frickin' subtract? There we go. Subtract what we get in here, and this will actually give us. It should give us a negative and a positive, right? If I can target my stupid cube. No, oh, it's gonna give us. Yeah, okay. So it's gonna give us a negative or a positive, so we're gonna know how much of an offset we can rotate the item. So this, in theory, should give us a number we can rotate along the X. So if we were to get this one and then add relative rotation, split this. We don't want to rotate on that. And let's take this number and divide it by, that's a vector. That didn't work. 10 just to give us a small amount. We'll do that on the X. Let's see what happens here, shall we? Okay, well, we've technically got it rotating. It's not rotating on the correct axis, but it is rotating. There we go. So I mean, there's something, and technically you could have it where what would be the easiest way of doing this? Because see, this is all inside the cube, which I'm not happy about. This code should not be in here. So let's figure out a way to figure this out appropriately. Oops, let me do this so that way at least we know this. All this ugly code is all supposed to be for this. No, I'm gonna pass all that information back to the controller, and then I'm gonna have the controller either use a timer or use a timeline or use something to try to maybe probably just have it rotate on a tick, make it easier on me just to start with. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. So if we have an event tick, and then we're gonna have a we know the attached actor, so we basically need to call back from the item to the character, letting us know we have something. Let's see, attached item clicked on. So we're gonna get that. We're gonna run a if branch. This is just to see if we can get something working and with smooth movement. That's my goal here. Okay, and let's see. Where is our object? So here we go, on clicked. So shoot, this is only gonna work every time. Do we have a we do have it on released, right? On released. Okay, good. So we're gonna do that. We're going to just simply get the player character, cast it to, I don't even remember what I called it. Test character. Yeah, we'll call it test character. That sounds good to me. And then we're gonna set the clicked variable. That was trippy. Oops, yeah, there we go. That's what we meant to do. Okay, this is all the code we're gonna need in the item. We're gonna do the same thing on the released, except not that. Okay, cool. So we're good there. This is the code we're gonna have to steal and put in the character in a second. Where did my, here we go. So if something's clicked on, we're going to do alert based on the item we clicked on, based on... So this is where one of those problems comes in. Let me test this, and then we'll get it working. Okay, let's move our alert for now then, because all this stuff is all like funky. These things should definitely not be done every tick, but we can move those, so not worried about that. Yeah, not worried about that, not worried about that. It's this one right here, the add relative location. So let's see what happens if we simply do that to the attached actor, to the root component. This should automatically give me the root. Get the root. Seriously, you couldn't just convert that for me? Okay. Now every tick, this should be really weird. Let's see what happens. Woo! Look at that. Woo! Okay, so small problem. If you release it off of here, it's gonna keep going. Oh. But I'm not really worried about that. So that actually works. That's obviously a bit too fast, but basically the farther away from the center you are. So the smart thing to do would be to clamp this. We'll clamp it between a -10 and a +10 and see what happens. Come on. There we go. Okay, I think that might be a bit much. Let's try that. Of course, this is unfortunately going to be frame rate dependent as well. So if you have a low frame rate, technically your tick is going to run. But that's easy enough to fix. Okay, so yeah, I mean, we have the basics working. And technically, if I was to determine my center point of the item and then subtract the values of the X and the Y, I should be able to make a smooth rotation all the way around. So let's see if we can do that. Actually, I should be able to just take, let's see, so let's see, half screen height, and subtract the Y, and we'll go ahead and divide that by 10. This is, I think this node is literally probably useless. You can stop it. Let's move you there. Go ahead and clamp. Same thing as before. And I want to say this is Y. I guess we'll find out. Let's see. Come on. Get it. There we go. There we go. So the Y technically is wrong. See, we can rotate left and right. But we're running into a gimbal lock issue. Which, this is not going to fix it, but this should fix my up and down that I'm not happy with. Come on, target. Okay, there we go. There we go. So, yeah, there we go. Look at that. Problem we're going to run into is our gimbal lock, because of the way rotation works. So, because this is always going to be 0 to... This is like -180 to +180, but this up and down is always going to cause an issue. But that's still kind of cool. I guess locking it might not be too much of an issue. So we probably want to, let's try make rotator. Let's see if we can solve this issue, shall we? This one's RC and this one's Y. Yeah, no, see, we're still going to end up with the same issue. But one thing you could do is you could have it where it only rotates in one direction as an alternative. Like, once I've started going left and right, it only goes left and right. And once I started going up and down, it only goes up and down. But I mean, we have the basics of something here at least. I still don't have my E key, so I can't put it back, but we'll worry about that later. Yeah, gimbal lock's an issue. Rotators are like my enemy. Seriously. And it's got to do with the fact that we're just adding it relative and it's going to cause an issue. Let's see. How can we... Let's see. I think if... Let's try... What am I targeting the root component? So let's try. No, that's an actor, so we don't need to do relative. Set rotation. Let's try something different here. This is what we're going to want to add. So let's rotation. Add combine rotators. Let's see what this does. There we go. Look at that. That'll work because it should allow. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Now the issue we're going to run into is technically this only works on the collision of the item. So like for example, if I click out here, it doesn't work. But if I click and hold, obviously it still works. So I can just do that like however I want. That's kind of cool. That works. It's like, I mean, technically you do this, it's going to spin that way. You do this. It's basically going to follow the mouse cursor and continue spinning. The issue I have is actually, you know what? I don't have an issue. Get rid of our disable input node. And there, let me try something here. Let me just fake disabling the input. We want the let's see, where's our movement input? Yep, here we go. And we'll do valid. Oh, I love these valid nodes. So if we have something attached, do nothing. If we don't have anything attached, do something. Oh, did I just hide that back there? I did. Oh, son of a gun. Okay. Let's see if this is a short and nasty way of making that. So we pick something up. Nope, I still have movement. Why do I still have, oh, I still have let's see. Yeah, I don't have keyboard movement, I have mouse look movement. So those are simple enough. We will try to give me some more room here. Move this down. Move this technically down a little bit. Valid and not valid. Let's see what that does. Okay. Oh, apparently that was the wrong button. Okay. We pick it up. Oh, we can still look. Seriously? Oh. You know, I've done this multiple times where I put it in the wrong spot because that was not the mouse input. Yep. That is not the first time I've done that. At all. Like, nope. It probably won't be the last time I do it either. Okay, fifth time to try. Oh, look. Okay, can't move, can't do anything. I can rotate around. E, let's go of the item. And sends it flight, apparently. Ah. I don't think that's what we want. Oh, what we didn't care about physics is what it was. Okay, so where's our drop code? We don't need physics turned back on the drop code. We'll just have to put it back where we wanted it. So let's slowly fix this into a working example of what we're looking for, shall we? Okay, pick up, do some stuff, drop it, and I have no clue where it went to. Huh. I don't know what to do with it. Okay. Movement. Everything's good to go. Interact with the item. No movement. Oh. Whoa. Huh. Oh, I'm hitting the E key. Okay, yeah. So because we are dropping it where it's at, so what we need to do is we need to find, let's see, line trace thingy. I like it. Just call it line trace thingy. This is attaching. So we're going to want to grab the item we hit when we attach it. Oh, look at this code. I've got like so much free space. I got like so many things I can add in here. Before we attach it, we are going to get world trend. Seriously? Oh, get actor transform. Oh, there we go. Get actor transform. Yeah, attached actor. I had it plugged in. Duh. Promote to variable. Let's see. Attached actor origin. Origin. There we go. Put this here. I'll sneak you in right here. There we go. Now we should have the origin of the actor. And then we are going to, here's the drop. We're going to do set actor transform. Don't need that anymore. Give it the origin, and let's see if that works. Okay, we should be able to pick it up, screw with it, and put it back. Oh, it's still attached. Did I not hook something back up? Oh, yep. Apparently, that needs to be hooked in. Okay. You can rotate it. We can put it back. Oh, look, it's still there. Good. We'll pick it up. We can look at it, and we can put it back. All right. Okay, we still have issues with the mouse continually spinning because I'm not dropping it. Screw it. Let's see if we can figure that one out. Let's see, that would be the that would be my left mouse button, which is my oh, we should be able to do left mouse in here as well. This is, I don't like this at all. Can technically, no, that's definitely not going to work. At least not safely. Let's try this. There we go. Oops. There's a lot of redundancy here, but I think I can start removing stuff here shortly. Okay. There we go. So now if I let go when it's off, it's going to stop moving like we expected. There we go. Technically, now that I've done this, you don't have to, oh, that actually, it fixes the other bug. You don't have to have the item clicked on now anymore. Basically, if we have something attached and we're clicking anywhere in our scene, it's getting the values and rotating it appropriately. So I don't even need, I don't even need this code, or I don't need any of this code in the, actually, I think I did need that code. I don't know. Let's find out what. Okay, I did need that code. Yeah, there we go. Because I'm doing it all inside of the character now. The character just knows if it has something attached and will rotate or whatever. Look at that. There we go. Let go of it. We're good. Drop it back to where it was. Pick it back up. Oh, look. There's a secret right there. Put it back to where it was. And it will maintain the original transform, because we're getting the transform. Okay, so let's see if we can smoothly animate this. It should not be very difficult. It'll be part of our line trace thingy. I should. No. Aha. You know what? Aha. Let's see if we can make some more room over here, shall we? Okay, so let's do this. Fine. And this is going to be a 0 to 1 lerp. We are going to add a float value, and we're going to do 0 to 1 loop. And then we're going to add 2 keys. We're going to make this 2 seconds. We're going to give ourselves 0 and 0, 2 and 1. Close out our timeline. We are going to basically lerp from our actor's origin, which we are we have stored. Stop it. Yeah, we gotta split that, right? Yeah, because we're gonna want the location. We're gonna set actor location up, set world. Okay, so which means I'm setting it to 0, right? Yeah, we don't need to do this then. So play from start. This node I want right here, like this. This line is the wrong spot, and then this will nothing. We're gonna connect the finished up to the attaching. Okay, so we are going to lerp vector from its origin point to the destination point. The destination point is our anchor. Get world location, like that, and then we drive it with that, and let's see what happens. Woo, look at that. Oh, it's definitely not working right, but that's fine. That's actually exactly like it's supposed to. So after we've done that, and then we attach it, we will set its location to 0. Like that, and bloop. Definitely needs to be done right here after the finish. Okay, let's try that. Okay, obviously we're getting somewhere. Not in the right somewhere, but we're getting somewhere. I have a feeling it has to do with me setting the so we obviously know this is working right. The issue is let's find our pickup object. It's just an issue of stuff being attached in different locations. There we go. So the question I want is, let's not run there. Let's run this through just like we had before, where we were attaching instantly. Oh, I broke that. So it has to do with this node? I broke something, didn't I? Oh, am I? Ew. Am I setting it twice is why? Okay. You know what? I may have had working code and just friggin' had things set up the wrong way. Play from start, run through there, run through there. Okay, let's try this again, shall we? There we go. Okay. Obviously the rotation is wrong. So if I did after location and rotation instead of this one, and we set its okay, then let's just go ahead and get the transform world, split this, set that as the goal, and Set that as the goal there. There we go. Ah! That was... What the fuck? You're just seriously screwing with me at this point, aren't we? Oh, you are screwing with me, aren't you? Oh, this thing is just having a freaking field day with me. There we go. That's cool. There we go. Whoop. Cool. Okay, obviously 2 seconds might be a bit much, so let's drop this down to half a second. Let's set our second keyframe to half a second. And let's try that again. I don't know. Oh, it should probably go back then too, huh? So, this monstrosity of code, right? This monstrosity goes before the location setting. Which is that right there. So we're going to turn this into less of a monstrosity, I hope. Okay, apparently not less of a monstrosity. Whoa. Because that is a lot of ugly code right there. Okay, let's see. So we're going to play from start. And our origin is going to be B. And this one's going to be A. And then this one's going to be B. And this one's going to be A. And we're going to go backwards. And then we're going to... Well, let's see what happens. Obviously, that was not right. See what happens when you copy paste code, you get lost. Where's my output log? Seriously? Whoa, look at that. That's a lot of friggin' errors. Okay. Pick up. Rotate. Okay, I need to get rid of that log message. Okay. It's just me, or is that a lot of errors? Here we go. Detach, correct. Set. Oh my lord. Oops. That's cool. Okay, we can look around. We can put it back. Let's see. We can pick up. Oh, look, there's a secret. Now we can put it back. Awesome. Okay, well, I think that is a semi-successful giant ugly blueprint that does what we want. James, feel free to comment before I start cleaning up some of this code and let me know if what may be missing from what you're looking at. Yeah, it's definitely not line tracing. I mean, it's not working when we get next to it. So let's find our initial line trace right here. And these are all things that I know we need in here. Let's see, the location of the hit. Let's see, get active location. We're gonna get our cells location, and we're gonna get the hit location, and we're gonna subtract. Wow, that was the wrong subtract. There we go. So we'll subtract those two things. This is going to give us length of the vector. No, that'll give us length technically. And then if this is greater, then we want greater. We'll go less than. I have no idea if this is the right code. We'll find out in a second, won't we? Just L. There we go. So if this is the proper distance, then we'll go ahead and fire that off. Let's see if that works, shall we? Okay. Yep. There we go. Cool. Okay, so there's the distance one. Proximity. Yep. Oh, if you see, you said it. You said, and if you leave the range, it auto puts back. But I'm locking the controls. So I mean, basically, I have to be in range to pick it up, and it'll pick it up. And then when I push the button, it'll do that. But do you mean like if I hit the WASD keys for movement, it's going to go ahead and put it back automatically? Because you can't move right now. I've got movement locked. I've got it where you can only inspect the item and then inspect button to put it back. Obviously, that's an issue there. Is interacting with object. Get if. Are we interacting with an object? Then we do nothing. If not, then we do something. Okay. Set is interacting with. Oh, that's a getter. We want a setter. That's what we want. Wait. It's supposed to be like right after it. There we go. Bloop. Bloop. There we go. Oh, look at this code just getting all ugly. So if we are not, we are now, and then we are going to set is interacting with false once. There we go. And then, this is a really bad name. His timeline is interact timeline fire. Let's go with that one, because that's a much better appropriate name for it. There we go. Okay, so now we should not be able to move the item multiple times. Yep, it's only going to move once. Good. Okay, so that bug's fixed. Yep. Yeah, no, so did you want it to movement to work, for example? Like right now it well, let me get words working. So what's a smart way of doing words? Have the item tell the character, or have the character know if it's in... Oh, you know what? We'll have the character do it, because technically we already know that... shit, we'd have to run the line trace on every tick then if we did that. Well, we could do a sphere trace and have it just show everything that's around it. I always wanted to do that because I thought that would be pretty cool. You know what? I'm going to try something I haven't tried before because I think that would be kind of cool. So, this is something I've seen before, and I've always wanted to do it. Box might be smarter, but I'm going to try this with the sphere trace because I've never tried this before. Okay, so on component begin overlap, and no, technically you wouldn't even need to do that. You do it in the item itself. You just have the items. Shoot. Have the items react to the overlap, or have the... Oh, no. I do it. Okay, I do it in both, actually, is why I'm going to do it. Okay. So on component begin overlap. If we're overlapping with something that implements interactable, we could actually do implement. Interactable. Okay. What did I call it? Pickupable. So... no, see, technically it's going to be on the plate. It's going to be on... Okay, yeah, I did see that for a second. Hold on a second, Rodrigo. Started to play with the physics, like to make a simple car, but without using the wheeled vehicle blueprint, so I could use more wheels on it. We make some tutorial about it. I can try that. I have on my list a I have it. Where'd it go? The vehicles, and I have a simple vehicle one in here somewhere that disappeared apparently. Huh. I had a simple vehicle one. But you want to try to make a vehicle without using the wheeled vehicle blueprint, because they do have the you do have the simple wheeled that was added recently, and that allows you to actually have multiple wheels. You can have a multi-wheeled vehicle using the simple wheeled vehicle movement component they added in 4.14. You might want to look into that, because it's designed to do what you want, where multiple wheels, not just, you know, your standard 4. Or technically 5 or 6, I guess you could do more. I haven't looked into it. I plan on looking into it. It's on my list. I definitely want to try to do something like that. So the question on this one is, there's two ways of doing this. Let's say you have, So here's the problem. What if you had this? What if we had two items next to each other that you were trying to inspect? If we do an overlap, we're kind of got a problem. I guess that's what we use the line trace for. Okay, you know what? Let's see if we can do this. So if we're overlapping something that implements, yeah, okay, we're gonna do this then. I know what we're gonna do. UMG tract text. Actually, this would be pickup text. Let's annoy Ryan if he's watching and just do this like this. Let's see, 0.5 and 1. Position on the Y is maybe 100. Text is going to be 48. Size to fit. Light. Press E to pick up. This is going to be the default, because I'm going to have to change this text, aren't I? Yeah. Pick up text block. Okay. Character. So if we overlap something, we're only going to want to fire off the create once. So we're going to do a valid node. And we're going to, if we don't have one, we're going to create a widget. Oh, this one will be the UI. Nope, definitely, nope, that's definitely not the right one. What was it? Pickup text, here we go. And we'll go to variable, and this will be the pickup text widget. There we go. Now we can do a valid here. So if we already have one on the screen, then we're good to go, because we don't want to create another one. And we'll add this to the viewport. Okay, so that should, in theory, if I walk next to it, should have done something, which obviously, oh, because there's no, actually, hold on a second. Whoops. Yeah, that should have worked. Okay. What are we overlapping? Oh, yeah, let's actually do that for the actor and not the component. There we go. Okay, so that's proper. Need to adjust some stuff still, but obviously the distance is no good. Let's see, let's reduce this to 150. Let's try this. Okay, so let's make the this one, let's set this to 150. Let's see what happens. don't think that's the right. Okay, obviously I broke something. Because I can't pick up stuff anymore. Or I can pick up stuff? Wait a minute. Now my line traces aren't firing. Okay, what did I do? Holy hell. Well, that's a definite issue. Ooh, that item, that one, second one is not cooperating. Obviously, these are numbers just to play with, but that'll work. Okay, so that works. And overlap. Okay, implement the interface. Yes. If we have a valid widget, we are going to set that to nothing and grab, whoop, that's a setter again. And we're gonna remove widget. Okay, so that should give us text like we expect. And now we just need oh, technically we need a crosshair at all times. Should you? I wonder if I did this just because I could. Because this would be kind of an interesting way of doing this, I guess. Whoops, that's the wrong button. There we go. Yeah, make it where the crosshair only shows up when you're within interact range. That's kind of cool. I still have a problem with that one, but I'll have to deal with that in a second. I gotta figure out why it's doing that. This is obviously way too small. Let's try that. Oh, that's kind of cool. Your user interface only shows up when yeah, let's see, it solves that issue. Oh, look at that. Yeah, that's kind of cool. That's just one way of doing it. So if you're next to two different things, you have the crosshair, and that's the item you can interact with. Now, obviously, I have an issue. It looks like if I'm hitting the floor, it causes the problem. Why is that? Yeah, I can only hit the floor once, and then things freaking break down into mass chaos. There's cats and dogs living together in anarchy. So, oh, okay. So we assume the timeline is firing when we should not be assuming the timeline is firing. This code, this line should only be if we actually have something we want to work on. So let's get rid of that. Let's put it in a proper spot when we're actually doing something. Yeah, let's actually do it right before we fire it off, or else we run into the issue we just ran into by not paying attention. There we go. That should fix the problem with only being able to hit the ground once. There we go. Whoa, the crap, that's still got issues. I mean, that's really cool and all, but that's cool. Okay. Okay. Oh, let's see what happens if we jump. Oh, that's not good. Oh, that's funny. Oh, good morning, Laser Cat. Just trying to wrap up something that's reacting extremely crazy. Yeah, so we have an issue because it's trying to lerp to where the player's at, and the player's just too darn close. That's kind of more of an design flaw. And like in building the level. See, because this item's not down, so it's not going to be an issue now. Of course, being on top of the item causes a small problem. With infinite, it's going to attempt to basically lerp indefinitely, which is a small problem. Kind of cool, but a small problem. Which is actually fixable. So the problem is this part right here. Because our anchor is constantly going to be moving when our character moves, what we need to do is just cache the anchor, like we're caching the origin, before we do the loop, the lerp. So let's see if we can make some more room over here. This should, in theory, kind of fix the problem we're running into. So we're going to want to transform, and we're going to recombine our pins, promote this to a variable. Let's move this over so things are at least in order. Like that. There we go. And this will be our cached pickup anchor transform. There we go. So if I do this, and we get this, and we split it, and we plug these into the appropriate spots, that should, in theory, fix that. And you can't move when you're putting it back, so I think that should fix the issue. Let's find out. Because even if I'm on top of it, yeah, I should still move to a fixed distance. And then it'll go back to what it was, yeah. So, I mean, not the best solution, because it is technically moving the player. I guess we could always shut off collision when we do the movement. But you're going to end up with a weird issue here. Let's see. Let's, where's my collision right here? What if we moved this before we did the timeline for testing purposes? Let's try that, shall we? Yeah, see, I mean, the proper solution to this is just you don't design your level crappily. If you're allowing your player to jump up on an item and then pick it up, it's kind of an issue. But I mean, this at least solves the infinite world explosion stuff. You can still move around. You'll be able to move after. I mean, technically, this works. There's obviously some small issues, but hopefully you've got the basics there, James. Hopefully this helps out. We've got the video to go on. I'm gonna obviously clean up the code, turn this into a full concept video with some caveats, but I'm happy with it, how it came out. It's pretty cool. You can pick up the item, it'll move to you. You can rotate it anywhere. Push the button, it'll go back. I'm pretty happy with that. It didn't come out horribly. Okay, I need to fix that last bit of text though. So after we picked up, we need to get our WEF widget, which hopefully is my, yeah, okay. And then we need to get the pick up text block, set the text on it, and it should be, what is it, push E to drop item. Yeah. Oh, let's copy all three of these things. And then after you dropped it, we're going to go ahead and, oh, this is just ugly. Push E to pick up item. And pick up is spelled in properly. There we go. Hopefully that fixes the UI at least. Press E to pick up, press E to drop, push E to pick, oh, lordy, push E to drop item. Wonder why the text is changing multiple times. Oh, because the overlap's triggering again is what it is. It's easy to fix. It's just that's interesting to know. Just actually use the same text and then it's not a problem. Push. Oh my gosh. I really need to use the correct. There we go. I swear, it's literally 3 times for me to get anything working right. There we go. So that'll work. At least gives you the correct wordage. Lasercat, have I tried level streaming? Yes, I've tried level streaming. I've used level streaming, and I have used it on multiple game jam events for level streaming. So yes, the basic level streaming, if we're talking about levels, persistent levels, and sub levels, I have done that. What? Do you have any questions regarding it? No, I'm happy. You're happy. It gave me something fun to play with. We actually managed to get the attachment. We got to still use the attach actors nodes, which made me happy because I need a good example for attach actors, and unfortunately, I couldn't use the house design one because of our rotational problem. But this one's actually pretty fun. I can use this for the attach actors, and I can use this for the Unreal concept. So that actually makes me happy. What I was gonna try to do, you know what? I'm gonna try to do this anyways because this is gonna be because I want to. There's no other reason why, just other than I want to. Let's see, on component begin overlap. We are going to add a text renderer to the cube. Let's see, text in the bottom, text in the center, and then cube of doom. Yeah, we'll just call it the cube of doom. It's still not going to show up right, but that's good. Okay. So, in game check. We don't want that to show up in the game. Let's make sure that works. Good. And then we are going to find our cube, and we're going to, if the crap. Well, we're just going to assume it. Let's see. Text renderer. Hidden in game to false, and then cube on begin end overlap. Bloop. Okay, let's see if that does what I want. There we go. Cool. Because I'm using a sphere, basically it's only going to show things that are around me. That's what I just wanted to do that. Doom, 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 doom. So you get the little name to pop up when you can interact with them. Keep it doom. Let's spin that text renderer. There we go. Now it should be better. Keep it doom. Keep it doom. I like that. Okay, that was a little bit more stuff. How do you sign up for the game jam? Well, what you would do is go to the Unreal Engine website and wait for it to load. And it's really slow right now because of the Cyber Monday sale. But go to the forums. Every month, usually the second Thursday of the month on the stream is when they'll do the game jam. And it will get announced ahead of time in the events section. So if you're on the event section, you can see anything that's coming up. The last Epic Jam was 3 weeks ago, I want to say, which I'm trying to find the header for it. Here, no, it's the preview. Oh, well, it's in here somewhere. But basically, it's going to show up, and it'll say, oh, here's the one. It's still sticky. Yeah. You'll see the announcement. This is the UE4 jam and the dates, and then you'll have a submission thread. So all you have to do is go into there. It'll give you all the information, and you'll simply sign up in there. It'll be the second Friday. I don't know if they're doing one for Christmas, but if they are, that means it's going to be second Friday, second Thursday. It'll be on the 8th and the 9th. So if you check back in here sometime later this week, Alexander might have up the one for next month. And they're fun. Get a couple days to screw around with stuff and learn some things. Try to do stuff you never did before. I learned splines last month. And hello, Alex. And so unless anyone else has any questions, I'm just going to quietly go through here, clean up my code. This is just in the test. You know what? I'm not going to clean up my code. This is all inside of my playground, or one of my playgrounds, and I'm going to have to refactor this anyways. So I'm just going to leave my ugly code here and update this. So let's see. So need to move code from the find trace 4 project to the WTF project. So I can work on that tomorrow or the next day or tonight or whenever. I don't care. Unfortunately, that means that one's done, and that was not expecting it to get done so quickly. I don't know what to work on next. I should probably honestly finish up the hotbar and skill system example, since it's technically like done. Let me double check that. Where'd it go? Let's see. This is the line trace project. Here's my drag and drop project. Aw, I'm sorry his project crashed your project. Is it working now though? Yeah, see, I mean, I've got a perfectly working system with buttons you can click on, stuff drag and drops. You can change. Yeah, you know what? This one's ready to go. I'm gonna copy this one over. That'll be ready to go. Ah, good to hear, Alex. Yeah, you know what? So that one I just need to port over. So that one I can do. Maybe I'll work on that one. Let me add this into my list of stuff to work on. This one's ready to record. I don't need to really work on that one, right? No, this is just ready to record. I need to come up with some better system. All of them have, every version's got crash bugs as far as I can tell. You know what? Curves. I wonder if there's an easy way for me to do curves. Because I haven't played with those much, and I also clicked on the wrong project. Because that sounds like fun. I haven't done a WTF on curves yet. Let's close down the wrong project. Let's find the project. There we go. Okay, so what do you mean by look awful? It's possible when you imported it, it's using the texture settings for the sprites rather than the sprite settings for sprites. Things like your point filtering and bilinear filtering and things like that, bitmaps even. If we go and find our engine content, we find our textures, which I already had filtered. There we go, engine content, and we find their sprites. Like here are here's a sprite that they have imported in here. You want to make sure your compression settings are in user interface, and then you might want to make sure your MIP gen settings are no MIP maps, because it's a user interface. You don't want any MIP maps. And the texture group, set it to UI. So if you have these basic settings here, no MIP maps, user interface texture group, and user interface 2D compression, it may fix your blurry settings. This one fixes a lot of the issues, and this one fixes a lot. See how this is all blurry and compressy? If you change this to the user interface, it might fix a lot of your issues. And it's not going to come in like that. That's the key. Your textures, not textures, sprites and things like that, things that are meant to be on a user interface are not going to come in by default with these settings. So just aim for those 3 settings. No bitmaps, user interface for the texture group, and user interface for the compression settings. This one right here, the compression settings, are the filter settings. This is where you're going to start. It's going to have a bunch of different settings in here for the different filters. And then this one right here, I'm pretty sure this is where it changes some of your other settings between like bilinear and point and things like that. And down here as well, yeah, you have the different filters. But if you change your texture group to UI, it's going to use the appropriate one. So that's something to keep in mind. Yeah. Yep. Which is perfectly fine. But the nice thing is that this comes from, by default, the texture group. So if you change the texture group to UI, it'll use the proper one. So that's something to keep in mind. And yeah, if you want, it depends on if you're looking for any smoothing as well. Like you can see in here, you have your different settings. Yep. Well, technically, I don't know if Nearest makes it clearer. It just removes your filtering. So, I mean, you're going to get jaggies, and not everyone wants jaggies. Some people want your smoothness. Because technically, this one's smoother. This one's just no filtering around the edges. It all depends on your game. It's as simple as that. Yeah. So, MIP gem, texture group, compression settings, and filter down here. Just start playing with stuff till you get the result you want. That's basically how 90% of art works. Which is highly amusing. No, I don't want to save that one. I was in the middle of... Oh, yeah. Let me look at... I'm going to do a quick look at curves. See what I might need to cover. And, yeah, see what I need to cover. See if maybe curves is what I'll work on tomorrow. Let's see. Because, okay, do I have a... the hell? I have a curves folder already. That's awesome. Oh, because I was testing something. Yeah, because we have the curve itself, which is a curve. Which, hopefully there's not really much I need to cover in here. This is just basically your curve has a length and a value. Okay. And these are going to be whether or not it goes back. Okay. And then using the curves inside of our blueprints, how many nodes do we have? Holy hell. Let's find out. Okay, under math is where it's at. Okay. There we go. That's it? Really? That's all we have for curves. I mean, I could technically just cover that all in one. Let's see. Oh, we have our set. Oh, see, we have different. Seriously, you've got to be kidding me. How is it that there are 3 values in here when I tell it to do math curves, and there's 5 values actually, 5 nodes? Yep, see there's 5 nodes. Oh, because these, oh, okay. Curve linear color, curve float. Which still lets me target. What the hell? Okay, hold on a second. Let's see if we can figure this one out. Because that just confuses the hell out of me. These are the three that show up, and... Wait, what are the three that shows up when we have context sensitivity turned on? Oh, where the frick is math at? Seriously. How in the hell do I... What the fuck? Yep, it just wasn't there. That is so weird. Float, time, and value range. Let's see, float, time, and value range. So vector and... Huh, so these are the three. Curve base, curve float, curve base. Curve vector. Yeah, okay, so those two are not compatible with curves, is why. Okay. But... So are these on timelines? Whoops. I might have to actually spend some more time on curves than I thought, because we only have 3 nodes that will plug into curves. So I mean, this is simple enough, but technically there's 5 of them under math. Vector and linear have 2 different ones. And then technically you have, on your timeline, you can set values on your timeline. Which is not this timeline here. Whoa, okay. The hell is a timeline component? Okay, this is awesome. Okay. Oh, this is pretty cool. There's stuff I've never even heard of before. And timeline component, add timeline. Oh, okay. This is a timeline component. It auto adds a component, which I did not know. Interesting. It should be, huh. You can change the curve in real time on a timeline. That's how you do it. Okay, I was not aware of that. Oh, you learn something new all the time. So instead of having like this pre-built curve, I can just fill in a curve that I make myself and give it a name. Okay. I don't know what would be useful for that though, because you're still going to have curve is still fixed. I guess if you want a different pattern, okay, that's kind of cool. So you could basically just have a simple timeline that has the output of 0 to 1 to drive a lerp, and then you could have different curves that plug into it based on if you wanted different types of Oh, eases. So you could have a different ease in different curves, and then drive the same timeline with different curves. Okay, that's kind of cool. That's something I did not know about. And you can set the linear. Okay, so you can set any of the curves that way. Cool. Is there a better alternative for delay nodes? You guys, I heard delay nodes can be very bad because if your project lags, it will still count. I mean, depending on how accurate you wanted the time to be, your most accurate is going to be a tick, and then just keeping track of time. Because you're going to get a tick every frame, so if your project lags, you'll still at least have your tick's going to be accurate the next time, and then you'll know how much time has passed if you're just counting up all your ticks. But yeah, if it lags, you really don't, it's going to happen no matter what. Your tick isn't going to do any better than anything else because it's still going to be delayed, just like a delay node. And a delay node itself, I believe it says on it, it basically does its best to it doesn't say it, but basically it's going to try its best to hit its goal, just like a timer. There's really so much you can do. You're at the slave of your general tick of your frame rate. If you stop processing for 5 seconds, you're going to lose 5 seconds. I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. I would say if a delay node is causing a problem because of project lag, then you might want to look into lag itself. Determine why your project's lagging. Do you need to offload things over multiple frames, or is there something causing an actual problem? I wouldn't worry about using a delay node, personally. Just if you have an issue, if the delay node is having an issue due to lag, look at the lag first. I still don't know how the hell I get these. The hell is a... I don't want to look at the damn manual, because that's no fun. Okay, so, we already know about these ones. We know about those ones. These are the cast nodes. These I'm not worried about. These we figured out. What the hell are these two nodes? We have a curve vector and a curve linear color. Oh, maybe they're extra in here? Nope, we just have new. Huh. Yeah, I don't like looking at the manual if I can figure stuff out, because the manual generally doesn't help. But in this case, first of all, Epic is all annoying in the first place that the curve, right here, your curve float, technically this is a curve float is what it is, a float curve. And it feeds into these three values, a curve base, a curve float, and a curve base. Which I can understand because you probably have curve base as the parent and curve float as the child. So how do we make a curve vector and a curve linear color? Because all this curve float allows us to do is add in float curves. How do we get a vector curve and how do we get a linear color curve? Because the timeline, technically, you can do that. You have a vector and a color track. Which we don't have one we can load in, so it doesn't matter, but... Is that going to export a... No, we just get the linear color. Yeah, these are just the outputs. We don't actually have a curve. This curve itself, or this curve we run external. Because we can always do that and fill the curve in because it's a float curve. That's not an issue. But it's not going to work for that. Okay, so that was a... Curves are under miscellaneous, right? I wonder if maybe we just simply can't create curves that are not floats. Wonder if that's just a node that got exposed for no reason. Which I should document if so. Using color curve. I was thinking more of this. Curved linear color. What the fuck? Well, someone figured it out. Okay, so let's see if we can figure it out. Let's see, this one's the sky, right? Here. Yeah, color curve. Look at that. They exist. Here's a color curve. It's used in the example. Which means that there's a vector curve, but how do you create a color curve? Huh. Yeah, because they use color curves to drive the sky sphere. And it's just like a float, except it's color. So that's not a problem. But where the hell do color curves come from? Just like, oh, what the hell? Oh, man. Let's see. Feedback, anything like a curve, set curve function, set curve color. Let's see. Hey there, you first create a linear color curve inside the content browser. You can then adjust it as any curve. Okay. At this point, I'm going to get extremely confused on how I make a color curve. Okay. Oh. Well, this is not as much fun as it should be. Maybe, okay. It's got the same icon, so it's if it's in here, it's gonna be the same icon. Oh, you know what? Oh, of course. Son of a bitch. That is so not helpful, Epic. None of these other ones do that. Okay, so that's how we do... Okay. So, that's how we do the vector and the other curves. Okay, so at least I've got that one figured out now, you stupid thing. And then that'll let me use the other two nodes. Okay, so we've got 5 nodes technically. I'll have to cover those differently. Yeah, no, it's... You know, everything else is like, let's see, I want to create a matinee. So you click on matinee data. Or I want to click a paper flip book. It creates a paper flip book. No, you click on curve and then it asks you which curve you want. Stupid thing. Okay, so let's... I think I want to do curves because that sounds like fun. So, I don't know when I'll work on it, but I think I want to actually do that next, especially since I can use timelines with it. Which is not something I do. So we have, what are the 3 types of curves? And then we have, let's see. We need to move this over for a second. Value. Okay, Parappa, thank you. Okay, so we have linear color, we have vector value, we have time range, of course not a value. We have a float value, a globe value, a float value, and then a value range. Okay, so those will cover the 5 curve nodes inside of math. And then in addition to that, we have the timeline ones, which is set, float, curve, right here. So components, timeline. Components, timeline. So I'm wondering if I should, let's see, we have, wait, oh, that's because I didn't, oh, shit. See, look at that. There's, crap, what do we got? 20 nodes there? I don't even think I've covered timeline, like, except for the basics, have I? Well, I think I might have found the next big section to work on. Because timelines are always used. Yeah, I have 0 things on timeline. Okay, well, it looks like we will, I'm gonna add that in. Whoa, have I literally never... Seriously? Time. Maybe I did it as 2 words? No. Timeline. I've literally never done a video on timeline. I think it's about time to take care of that. Timeline. Okay, and then over here, the main timeline node and its sub nodes. About time. That's hilarious. Because this is a lot of them. I did not see. I normally only use the timeline like this. I like almost literally never drive a timeline from any nodes. I just set it up and then run it. But the fact that where's it at? The these ones, the setting of the curves is not something I knew about, but that would be really helpful if you wanted to do an animation set for like easing. You just make a set of different curves. That's a curve base. Where's my curve? Yeah, you just do a set of different curves with different animation methods. You know, ease in, ease out, whatever you want to set it to. And then all you'd have to do is drive a lerp off an animation based on the curve that you can just fill in like this, which I did not know existed. This one's kind of cool. That's can you set that? Yeah, you can. Oh, that's kind of handy. Yeah, I totally forgot about that, and the looping and everything. I always forget about these things. I always use them to fire and forget, like blurbs. Okay, I think I might spend the week fleshing out some timeline stuff. I did the big basics. I need a bunch of smaller videos to record. I just did 6 bigger ones. I spent all last week working on one example. I think I'm going to work on curves and timelines this week. I think that'll be fun. So I can come up with examples for all of them. Curves especially. Because most of the time, I just recreate everything inside of here, but if I can just drive it with external set of curves. You can also use curves for other stuff. What else can you? Where else can you use curves? I think you animations, right? Oh crap! I need to figure out. I need to remember where you can use. Yeah, see. I know you can use them in timelines. Data tables can use curves. Really? I guess I'll go with that. Yeah, this is probably a really crappy one, right? Oh, okay, no, that was the test one. How do we use a curve inside of a data table? It's a damn good question. part of the struct? Let's find out. Where is, let's see, blueprint, struct, curve struct. Curve. Curve table, row handle. No, see, that's not gonna work. Okay. Let's go back to here. Let's go back to blueprint. So our node is gonna be evaluate curve table row. Let's, okay. Curve table. So, oh, a curve table is actually a unique asset. Really? Nope, obviously not in there. Oh, son of a gun. How do we find that? Fucking curve things. Yeah, we still need a curve table. So what the hell is a curve table? Oh well. My last Google for the day. Let's see what a curve table is. And I'm learning a ton of weird stuff I've never used before. Curve tables created from C++. Yeah, it looks like curve tables are created in C++ only. Let's see if there's anything current on it. Maybe they've added them recently. Doesn't look like it. Darn it. It's basically the same as the lookup table. I love Epic's documentation, but some of these things are just completely missing. Yeah, okay, so it looks like... Okay, well, it doesn't look like I can do a curve, this one, because curve tables only exist in C++. Yeah, okay, so that's pretty much going to wrap up the day, it looks like. Let's see, we've got stuff in here somewhere. The simple interact and inspect, I went ahead and got that working earlier, and I think I'm happy with that. We did some more research on stuff. I'm going to work on some of the other things, but I think I'm going to focus on curves and timeline over the next week, because I have not covered timeline, which I should have done before now. So I think I'm going to cover timelines, get those knocked out. I don't know if I'm going to do all the nodes, because some of those nodes are kind of silly, but at least cover the basics of what a timeline is and how to use it. Where did the component go? And then, yeah, here we go. Maybe cover some of the important ones, because a lot of these I can probably cover the basics of. I mean, play from start, reverse from end, stop. Those are all the things inside of a timeline right here. I don't think those need their own individual videos. Basically just how to control a timeline, maybe. And then maybe another one on timeline proper. Yeah, you know, I think that's what I'll do. I'll do how to control a timeline from blueprints, and I can cover these inputs, which are nodes here, like that. And I'll do another one, timeline properties, and cover these variables right here and how to access them. Or maybe not. Maybe if I just cover timelines itself. Because technically covering the timeline and then re-explaining everything in the blueprints is pretty damn self-redundant, honestly. maybe just cover the unique ones then, like the setting of the curves. Damn, I may have basically turned all of these nodes into like 2 videos. Yeah, I think I might do that. Let me update that before I forget it. Try and condense similar nodes into the same video, like the properties in the timeline, the setting of curves, and the play, stop, start. Starts the same. Yeah, start from end, etc. Okay. Maybe it's going to be a quick week then. Yeah, okay. Okay, and once again, thank you everyone for hanging out. I think I've got some stuff done. I'm happy with today's progress. Just for FYI purposes, I have how to save between maps coming up probably this week. The simple item timer we worked on last week coming up. The full video for the house customization we worked on last week. The game gen overview plus the source code going up. Get convenient, which I still spelled wrong. The 2 getting nodes for the resolutions for the windowed and the full screen. I have those 6 videos coming up along with the rest of the I'm saying way too much too. Along with the rest of these 3 coming up, the relative finishing those nodes off. So 2 more relative nodes and then 6 more of these nodes. And then we'll work on curves and timelines this week, I think. Of course, anyone has any questions, comments, feel free to leave them wherever you feel like. I will look at them, and if you need help, just feel free to ask for it whenever I stream. Tomorrow is an official Epic Tuesday stream, so I will be streaming after them. So it'll be more along the times of about now, if not a little bit later than now, that I'll actually start rather than stop. So everyone had a good day. I'm going to let it mute for about 30 seconds so it doesn't just drop off.